Rally is planned for today for the man who was choked to death on the subway earlier this week. Jordanneely was allegedly harassing other passengers before a Marine stepped in and
What up, YouTube? It's your girl, TT Chanel. It is reaction video time. Now, first and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to Jordanneely. Mental health is a issue in this country. We all know that. Hit that comment button. Let's keep this conversation going to spread awareness. Not too sure about much of the details in this case, but we're about to shout out to ABC7. They're about to put us on, so hit that subscribe button. Let's get into this.
Encounter took a tragic turn. The Manhattan DA is now reviewing the case. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller has more.
That rally planned for this afternoon outside the Manhattan District Attorney's office. That's after a homeless man was choked to death on Monday here at the Broadway Lafayette subway station.
This is the disturbing cell phone video that's gotten so many people's attention. It shows 30-year-old Jordanneely struggling to free himself.
You know, the first thing that came to my mind when I seen the video, the first question I had, I don't know, maybe it's the New York in me. Y'all could tell me it's because I'm a New Yorker. I don't know. First thing I said was 15 minutes because I read the details. I read the details before I actually seen the video. You know, you got to read the headline and then you click the video. So it said 15 minutes that he was in the chokehold. First thing I said was, where was the police? Like, where was NYPD? 15 minutes. If you know, like I know in the hood, you can't even do a crime in the hood. 15 minutes. Police being there in like 5. You know what I'm talking about? They already be at the corner. So you can only imagine in the subway what's going on. I remember I was walking, I had a backpack. I got stopped just so they could search my backpack. Do I look like I pose a threat? Y'all know what's in the backpack. No pun intended. The point I'm trying to make is 15 minutes is crazy for nothing to have been done. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Let's get back into this video.
From a chokehold on board an F train Monday afternoon. But this is what neighbors on the Bronx street where Neely grew up remember. An eccentric young man who...
And that's another question I have. How did he go from this to that? Because that is totally two different images of a person. So y'all gotta let me know. And hopefully this news clip let me know. Because I'm pretty sure y'all want to know what I want to know.
moonwalked on the subway, but also battled mental illness.
He wasn't a troublemaker or nothing, you know. He just had mental issues.
But in recent years, Neely's been arrested more than 40 times. The charges ranging from fare evasion on up to assault, painting a picture of a man crying out for help and not getting it.
How does one get arrested over 40 times and nothing is done? And this, which brings me back to, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm just growing up as a, I don't know. I mean, I am 30 now, so maybe it's the adult in me. You see, I just blame law enforcement because it's like, where's my tax money going? Where's all my YouTube take out taxes? Do they take out taxes? The YouTube take out taxes? Drop a comment, let me know. Even though I'm actually going to do my research after this. I say that to say, we pay our taxes regardless of the fact. So, Lord, I just want to know, how does one get arrested 40 times and it doesn't ring a bell?
Protesters rallied Wednesday on his behalf inside the subway station where he died.
He should not have been on that train in the first place. He should have been housed.
On Monday, witnesses told detectives.
And I agree with her. He should not have been on that train. And that's what I be trying to say. Like, yo, riding a train in New York is like, it's like riding a dollar van in Brooklyn. It's very similar. Like, the risk that you take is just wild. Because some of them be, like, you could be on the train with a straight psychopath. Them doors closed, is you and a psychopath. Who you gonna save? Who you gonna think about? The psychopath? No. Thinking about you. Thinking about getting home to your kids. You ain't got no kids. Thinking about getting home to your future kids that you plan on having. Something. What you mean?
Neely came onto the train, threw his jacket on the floor and began screaming, pacing up and down the car, making threats. The medical examiner said Monday's neck compression.
Wait, what?
Protesters rallied Wednesday on his behalf inside the subway station where he died.
He should not have been on that train in the first place. He should have been housed.
On Monday, witnesses told detectives Neely came onto the train, threw his jacket on the floor and began screaming, pacing up and down the car, making threats. The medical examiner said Monday's neck compression.
You see, now that right there, I blame you. Now at that point, yeah, in the beginning, the first question was, where was law enforcement? Because 15 minutes is wild. Now, at that point, now that I'm hearing more and more about it, this is more like this is a country issue. This is a mental health issue. He shouldn't even been on that train for that to even happen.
Question is what killed him. Now protesters are demanding criminal charges, and even Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez went so far as to say Jordanneely was murdered. Mayor Eric Adams responded last night on CNN.
I don't think that's very responsible at the time where we're still investigating the situation. Let's let the DA conduct his investigation.
Yo, and they flamed him on the net for this. Yo, shout out to Eric Adams. I wish he was the mayor when I lived in New York. 'Cause I lived in New York my whole life, and it's like the moment I leave in 2020, now New York changing. But anyway, I say that to say shout out to him. I think he's doing a great job for New York for the most part. I don't know. I don't live there anymore. Y'all drop a comment. Y'all let me know. I'm on the outside looking in. I see him on the news, so he be doing this thing. I kind of agree with what he said, because at the time you don't know. You want to know more. Because when I got this whim of it, like, oh, this is what's going on, what I got out of that is a mentally ill person was attacking or, just having an episode and someone defended themselves. That's what I got out of that. So to call that murder is it's a little extreme, So, yeah. Y'all drop a comment. Y'all let me know what y'all think.
Investigation with the law enforcement officials. To really interfere with that is not the right thing to do, and I'm going to be responsible and allow them to do their job.
And police say that Marine who put Neely in that chokehold actually cooperated with detectives and even told fellow passengers to call 911. Now it's up to prosecutors to decide if he'll be charged with a crime.
I honestly don't feel like it's fair. I don't feel like this is a fair situation. I don't feel like he alone, if that's the case, that means you got to charge, you know what I'm saying? And come on now, there was many people there. He had to defend himself. 15 minutes is crazy, yes, but at the end of the day, did you see the video? Due to YouTube guidelines, you guys know I can't show the video, but if you look at the video, it looked like if he was to get up, he probably would have went and started threatening people again. Who knows? He didn't seem like he was going to get up and give them a hug. He didn't seem like he was going to give up and be calm. If you look at the video and break it down to every detail, they're women, and I'm sure there probably were children around on that train. So you got to be, come on now. Use the little bit of, what we got, 5% of our brain. Use that 5%. I know it's kind of small, but use it. I want to get into another clip. Hit that subscribe if you didn't already. Let's go.
Disturbing video out of New York that's being called homicide by chokehold. That is the medical examiner's ruling on the cause of death for a mentally ill New York subway rider. Eyewitnesses say 30-year-old Jordanneely was harassing passengers and making threats, and was then restrained by another subway rider, a Marine, who held him down in a chokehold and then kept squeezing even after Neely was unconscious. That Marine telling investigators he was trying to protect other passengers who felt scared and threatened.
Listen, I stand on My opinion when I said 15 minutes is crazy. Once you realize he was unconscious, you could have, come on now. At that point, he's unconscious. At what point could harm, but one could, I'm a Libra, so we're going to be fair here. One could also argue, like I said before, who's to say? He might have got unconscious really fast. I don't know. I don't treat mentally ill people. Maybe we need more people to treat mentally ill people. Because, I don't know. Y'all drop a comment. Y'all let me know your thoughts and opinion. Mine's is 15 minutes is crazy. Where was the police? They should have been there. What are we doing about this mentally ill issue? And I stand on self-defense. So always defend yourself whenever you feel like harm is going to be done to you and yours. Hit that like. Drop a comment. Hit that subscribe. You're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Depending on which page it's going on, it might be 5,000.